Hey, uh, Jake asked a little while ago on my blog about cutting, for my shows or whatever. Uh, so I figured I'd give a little bit of a rant about food and food prep. I guess, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So going about my cut, how do I do that? Well, first of all, for me, it's all about making sure my waist is good. It has to be under 39, and that has to be, I don't know. I don't measure it too tight. That way, you never really know who's gonna measure you. So I definitely need to make sure I'm good at like a 38. So I do that. Yeah. So I get down to whatever I have to, and I do that. I try to do it about a month out. Um, Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Depends on my training or when I have to do my PT test, whatever. Generally, it's all about for me. It seems to be about manipulating my carbs, and I do that by. I kind of eat the same things all the time, and then when I'm cutting, I definitely restrict them slightly, and then anything you just, any additional calories that you really don't need, like cheese and milk, things that may fill you up a little bit, but not, they add calories, with the pound of ground beef that I eat, I just cut the cheese out. With my morning shake, sometimes I'll switch to Trop 50 orange juice, which is the half calorie orange juice. I'll do that, and then I'll just drink my later shake with water. Um, what else? I definitely the only real carbs I have at night are after training. I'll have a sweet potato, but before if I'm not training at night, then I won't have any carbs after pretty much after lunch. I'll have a little more fat. I'll have nuts and stuff like almonds or pistachios, or I'll have olive oil, but no real carbs in the evening. It seems to work, and then if I really need to drop weight quickly, which ends up sucking, but I'll switch out my later meals for instead of pot roast or brisket or whatever, I'll eat chicken breast. I'll get about the same amount of protein, but significantly less calories because there's not nearly as much fat. And then also, I will I just started this last time, probably about 5 to 7 days out. Really start cutting my sodium significantly. I'll use stuff like Mrs. Dash or whatever in order to still get some flavor, but not have that much sodium. Okay, real quick on. Let me know if you need any more on that, Jake. On food prep. So yeah, today is Sunday, and this is my food prep day. It's not incredibly fun, but it works. Right now, I have a 5 pound pork loin cooking in Trop 50 apple juice and pork rub. Should be pretty good. Stay pretty tender. But that was on sale. So my rant about food prep involves a price. So I always buy 6 pounds of ground beef. I generally don't eat a pound of ground beef on Saturday because I just kind of eat sort of whatever. But every other day I eat a pound of ground beef, so I buy 6 pounds of ground beef on Friday, and I cook that today. And I'll eat 1 pound today, and then 5 Monday through Friday, and it stays good. I put it in Tupperware through Friday and just heat it up every day for lunch. I found that that's about the most time you'll get out of it in Tupperware. Maybe it would be good this Saturday, but I'm not going to test it. I used to make food for 6 days, but now I just do it for the following 5, and I'm good. I really don't want to. I don't feel like getting sick. So um, then I make either pork or chicken for my mid-afternoon meal. I'll generally just buy what's on sale. Like today, on Friday, pork loin was on sale, so I bought pork loin. Or I buy pork chops, pork shoulder. I'll buy chicken breast. Mainly those four, pretty much. Pork chops, pork loin, pork shoulder, or chicken breast. All of them can get kind of boring, so I have to mix them up. I use different types of marinades, different rubs, anything to keep it from getting too boring. And usually I get 4 to 5 pounds of that. That way I'm getting about 3/4 of a pound to a pound in that mid-afternoon meal. And then the last meal that I eat at night, I normally get about 3/4 of a pound to a pound of meat in. And this week it's brisket. Brisket was on sale, so I bought some brisket. Generally, that's going to be a chuck roast, a sirloin roast, a cheaper roast. I'd love to have like rib. Sometimes I do ribeye, but ribeye steaks, but like prime rib roast, they're just expensive. I mean, they taste way better. Chuck roast definitely gets old because sometimes it's really good and sometimes it just sucks. But it's pretty cheap relatively. So I normally buy 5 pounds of that. Sometimes a little more because you tend to either cut off a bigger chunk than you think is 3/4 of a pound, or it just tends to go fast. I don't know. So sometimes I run out of that by Thursday, but normally I have that until I have that Sunday night through Thursday night, and then Friday night I always go out to eat. So yeah, those are my. That's how I prep my food. So normally it's about 6 pounds of ground beef, 5 pounds to 6 pounds of roast. We'll just go with 5. So about 11, and then 4 to 5. So about at least 15 pounds of meat I cook every Sunday. And then I have my Tupperware, and if you buy the better Tupperware, it generally lasts longer. The Rubbermaid, the ones that cost like $5 each at Walmart, they're worth it. They last me like 2 or 3 years, and then finally I just get rid of them. I think I had the ones I had before. I had the whole time I was in England. I had them for 4 years, and they last. So yeah, we're getting close to 7 minutes here. So if you're still listening, I'm pretty surprised. But thank you for listening, and let me know if you have any more questions. See ya.